Coach, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? How do you feel?
Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, I feel good. I feel happy. This was a very good, last few days in terms of the move that I've made with my career. Um, so I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. Mimi nafuraha sana. Young Africans are a big football club, not only in Tanzania but in Africa. Over the past 3 years I've been here, the game has grown tremendously. I think Tanzania football is becoming one of the best in Africa, and that shows the level of the league. That shows the level of investment in the league, the clubs, the work that they're doing. Everyone is watching Tanzania Premier League now, and I think it's not by surprise that it's the sixth league in Africa. So, which is a great thing to have. And I think that it'll continue to get better and better every season. The level of difficulty is getting more and more. Every season we see teams are becoming more aggressive, becoming better, technically and tactically. The players want to play in the Tanzania Premier League, so it's great for Tanzanian football.
I think you have got the time to know in Africans, young sports club, in African sports club. How do you know about this team?
I when I first came to Tanzania, and we played against Yanga in Zanzibar, I got a feeling of the supporters and how big. That's when I first had the real sense of how big the club is. I know about Young Africans before I came to Tanzania. They're a well-known club, but to feel it was a different thing. To be there with the fans and the first thing I appreciated was the love that the fans had for the club. It's very rare to see those kind of things in world football, let alone just Africa. But the support that Young Africans Football Club has is amazing, and I think that's one of the strengths of this club.
So, what excites you more being Mwananchi?
I think to be a part of this fantastic club, to be a part of the past history, the present, and hopefully the future, and to achieve great things with this club. I know how much we have achieved in the past, and I know what we have to do to continue to achieve big things in this club, because our fans expect the best from us. Our fans expect us to be always there, to compete for titles, and that excites me. It excites me to be here and to be amongst that challenge.
Now, as a football director, you were so ambitious. We know you are as ambitious. So, what are you hoping to achieve inside the pitch and off the pitch while working for Young Africans?
My goal, hopefully, is to continue to help building this great club into the right direction, invest in the future in terms of making our academy one of the best in the country, in Africa, producing the best young players that we can for our first team, and to see our academy players, homegrown players, be playing in our first team in the Champions League and the biggest competitions. For our women's team to continue to develop, to continue to compete for titles also, and for our men's team to be the best that they can be, and hopefully create an atmosphere in an environment where every single team that we have in Young Africans to be the best in their environment, whether it's the women's team, the academy teams, the first team. And that's my goal, inshallah, to help make this club achieve great things.
Inshallah. Also, being a believer of young talents, young players, what are you going to add in this young generation as you're looking forward to our under 17, under 17 team world championship, the league, also under 20 teams being very big.
Yeah.
What is the point of this?
No, I think it's a fantastic job. The coaches have been doing amazing work already. And our job is now to nurture that talent, right? Can we transform those players to progress to the first team? Can we see them playing for the national teams at different levels in Tanzania? And our goal is to have the most players that we can from our academy system playing for the national teams, playing for our first team, or if it's even around the league. I think that's a testament to the work that the previous coaches in the academy have done already. That under 17s winning, the 20 being competitive right now. So right now, what we want to do is continue to invest in the time and resources in creating even a newer generation, a younger generation, and teaching them our philosophy and our ideas of play. Our idea of football is to play attractive football for our supporters to be proud of, and we want to teach those young players at a young age what it means to play for a Young African Football Club, and we want to invest those principles in very early.
They are saying that coaches will be known by their style of play, their philosophy. Looking to Guardiola, maybe starting from the goalkeeping passes, long balls, and such kind of things like that. We would like to know, share with us the experience. Well, how do we define Moalin philosophy in the style of play?
I've grown up. I'm a student of the game. I studied a lot of different methodologies, a lot of different ideas of football. The one that stuck to me was that I've always envisioned, a football where our team dominates the game, whether it's in possession, whether it's controlling the game against possession. So my philosophy comes from being the most technical players on the pitch, having the players who are very confident and who can dominate with the ball, who can dictate the tempo of the game, and of course, people will always talk about short build-ups and things like this, but ultimately it's not about the idea. It's not, just being from the short build-up. It's about, it can be long passes, short passes, but the idea is to dominate the game. I've always envisioned that football should be an entertainment, for the fans. The fans spend they buy tickets to come and watch these games, and they don't want to just come and watch the ball in the air 50-50s all day long, right? They want to see entertainment. So my idea is always to entertain the fans, to give them a best show that we can, while still winning the games and chasing results, because at the end of the day, football is a business of results, and it's very important that it remains that way. So how can we incorporate the two, right? Playing attractive football while still gaining results. So that's always been my idea of football, and I'm happy to be joining a team that obviously the president and everyone else sees football the same way that I do. And of course, Wananchi supporters love to watch the team dominate and play good football. So I'm happy to be joining an environment that aligns with my vision.
Happy hearing that you are a student of the game. We're also the students of the game.
Yes.
To learn every day.
Yes.
So who inspired you to be a football coach?
I played all the way through high school, college in the U.S. I didn't have the ability to play at the professional level, so I stopped playing at a young age, and I've always known that I love the game. It was too early to walk away from it, so I thought to myself, how can I stay involved? And then I started coaching under the young boys, under 10, under 12, under 14s, and I just became, every day I got into it more and more and more. So I started to study the game. I've been watching football for a very, very long time. So I started to study coaches that I liked to watch or read about. At the time when I was coming up, Jose Mourinho was the guy, and Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, and then the new generation, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, and all those guys came about. And even previously, I went into studying guys like Runos Michels, Arrigo Sacchi, Ricardo Lavolpe, and just getting ideas of the game and how to coach the game and how to get the game of football. And I think that helped me a lot in terms of understanding what football is and how can you see football. And it's all about intuition, right? Everyone sees the game differently. And I studied the guys that I really, really I enjoyed their teams playing. Defensively, of course, the Italians are always the best university for defense. And if you want to learn about the defensive side of the game, and then the attacking side, the Spanish, the Dutch, and then the flares, the South Americans, the Argentinians, the Brazilians. So you take, from all of those guys, and that inspired me to continue and learn and to get my coaching badges and to be a coach. And so I'm happy that I followed that path. I'm still at a young age, and I still have a lot more to learn about the game. And every day I wake up, I come with the idea and the mindset of, let's learn something new today.
Yes. Being a sports director, football director, means that you are including the whole project of Ghana. We have been talking about under 17, under 20, women's team, as you see, you have said that we want it to go well. Let's talk about the senior team that we have. How do we find the African squad in terms of quality, competitions, players, and all of it?
No, we have an amazing first team. We have talented players. What they've been able to achieve over the past few years, locally and also continentally, was amazing. The progression is clear. Everyone can see that the team is headed in the right direction. A few years ago, we were so close to winning the Confederations Cup, and we progressed. Champions League now, had an amazing campaign last season, winning the league, dominating in the last few years. And that shows the work that has been done by the front office, the president, and everyone else involved in the club, the sponsors, the coaches that were here. So it's amazing. I think we have a very good club, and we have a very good group of players that want to win, that want to achieve great things for this club, and we have to support them in every way possible to continue to put this club where it should be.
How it feels to work with people who are working with them before. Speaking of Prince Dube, Mudate, maybe we can say they were your workmates. Right now we are here with them in Ghana. How it feels?
No, it's going to be good. I haven't seen them yet. It's going to be good to see them, to catch up with them. Obviously, we see each other in the games that we played. But those two guys are amazing human beings, fantastic guys, and I love the idea of working with them again and being a part of the same family once more. They have given a lot of things to me in the past, and I expect them hopefully to continue to give more and more. Very talented players, and I'm excited to see them more and be with the same family again.
Last but not the least, you have been a coach of different teams. You have played against Yanga. Tell us what the match remains in your head. You won't forget the match that you played against Yanga.
Look, every single game we played against Yanga was an amazing game, good competitive game. A lot of times people disagree with how I went about playing the big teams, because sometimes especially when you were with a smaller team, automatically you're assumed to take a defensive position and control the game that way. Sometimes I take a bit much risk in approaching the games, and sometimes it works, sometimes it bites us. But it was fun. The one game that comes to my mind, I think, was the Mapinduzi Cup in the Zanzibar, where we played all the way to penalties. It was an amazing game of football. Both teams gave everything. I enjoyed watching that game in terms of football, and every battle from there until now has been really good. Because the one thing that made me enjoy those games was because Yanga plays an attractive style of football, and it was always a good game to watch. It's always good to see the players playing. So I've enjoyed all the moments that we played.
Now we're welcoming you to the Africans. You can say that the dream of every coach to go in a big team, or in your dream to go for Manchester United, even their big trophies, even Ancelotti dream to work in Real Madrid. Now you're working for an African, so giving you the chance to talk to Wananchi, what's your thought on the opportunity to interview and such kind of things.
I want to say, first of all, I'm so happy to be here, to be part of this great family. I'm so happy to represent this great club with the rich history that Young Africans Football Club has. And the reason why I'm here is to continue to build the legacy of this club and to win trophies, to win competitions, and to give a small part in making Young Africans one of the best and the greatest football clubs in the continent of Africa. And I'm so excited to start working and give everything that I have to this club. and hopefully we can enjoy the ride, we can enjoy the progress, and hopefully we'll make all of you guys very proud of the work that we are doing here. And vamos Wananchi.